So, welcome back to another video, and maybe you already read the title, Create Your Own Happiness, and I instantly wanted to dive in. That I think oftentimes the question is in the late night talks, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And obviously my main aim, what I always said, is actually to become happy in life and that I reach happiness. And this is like an end goal. Like, this is such a big goal that is obviously split it into so many different things, and it's kind of hard to explain. But I think this video should more show you something else, because I think it's kind of, my happiness is, for example, a small thing like I want to buy my mom a house, or all the stuff that a lot of people want, But I think on the way to this big happiness, to this end goal, you can also create your own small happiness. And what do I mean with that? I think oftentimes, for example, you study something. You study what you always wanted to study, or you study something you were forced to study, or whatever it is, And this doesn't satisfy you. For some reason, you don't feel the happiness you are looking for. You feel so drained in the end of the day, and you think like, damn, is this really what I need to do to become happy in the end of my life, or to be happy right now? And I think it obviously doesn't. Oftentimes this way, for example, I studied law, I now finished law, and this way was created by someone else. This way, this was someone else's happiness. Someone else thought of creating the studies of, for example, law or medicine, or whatever you study, or whatever you're doing. If you just do a hobby or so, this was created by someone else. This was the way that made other people happy. It doesn't have to be yours, It's nice if it's yours, and every day when you wake up, you think like, damn, it's so nice that I'm studying this, or that I'm working on this, or that I'm working in this company. But I think for the majority, actually, it isn't like that. For example, I was also really interested into studying law, but it was never that I woke up at every day of the week and thought like, let's freaking go, I want to study. Hell no, this was never the case, or at least only in a few occasions. And what I want to say on this way, this big way, because, for example, you want to be a doctor in the future, you think that this is actually a part of your happiness, even though it maybe changes, you never know. But you think, for example, hey, being a lawyer, being a doctor in the end of the day is what makes me happy. And then, but you have this period of time where you studied, where you don't feel happy at all. And this video, you see it in the title, Create Your Own Happiness, should actually be that you create on this way your small happiness. Because this is, I think, the easiest way, or this is a good way how to push through. I will tell you in the end of the day what is mine, but I now want that you really focus on what makes you happy. What can, not really, don't think in these big things. Think in small moments. What is it that makes you happy? Is it like a morning run? Is it, for example, you really feel amazing after a morning run? Is it maybe if you draw something, if you write something, and then really think, okay, this is actually what makes me happy right now. I can create a small bubble, a small room of happiness for myself, and maybe do this more often on your way towards the big end goal, And I think, because we have so many, or I think there are a lot of people, for example, that are actually pushing through to become, for example, a doctor, And but this way is just too hard. This is not their happiness, or this is not what they. It's just that they break down because they don't found those small spots, those small rooms of happiness in between. And I can only tell from my own experience that, for example, studying law takes a crazy amount of time, and I was really thinking like, damn, is it really worth it to push through until the end? And then I found like my own small spots of happiness. It was obviously to do something with my friends, to go dancing and all this stuff. But it was also, for example, when I couldn't reach for them, because I think a lot of people make happy to hang out with friends, then it was really doing my sports, or writing my poems, or writing on other stuff, I told you, write on a few other things in my life. And this really, always when I was like so tired of studying, then I had this small room. I even did it in the study with me. So I oftentimes said, hey, damn, I'm now gonna write the next hour, And this is also kind of productive for me, to be honest. And I don't feel bad doing that. No, completely the opposite. I feel really amazing, and then I have more energy to push through, you know, to push through for the end of the day. And I think this is far more effective than other techniques, to be honest. Other techniques of just, obviously you can have this pep talk all the time, damn, but at one point, especially if you do something for a long period of time, you feel a little bit tired. And then I can only recommend to create your own happiness, your own room of happiness, space, I don't know, time and space to do something like this. And maybe this can help you. Yeah, only the best as always. A small video. See you, love you, and bisous.